Okay. Good morning to all. Is it clear from the online team? Hello. Cool. Okay. So from the last uh, two lectures, the demos, we learned about what exactly the front end, what is back end, and what exactly Angular will do, and the purpose of an Angular, and followed with what concepts are going to be covered as the part of the training program. So those who missed, don't need to worry. You will get the recordings. If you can register with your proper email address for this meeting, you people will get the recordings for the demos, at least up to the demo. You will be getting the recordings. No need to worry. And if you have any doubts, maybe like on Thursday, I'll keep a backup session. There you can ask the questions as well. That's up to you. So we have seen like a quick introduction part, what exactly the Angular is going to be. Now, what definition I have told you about that Angular? Right, an Angular is a front end, or else I can say client side framework used to build web application, and that can run in both mobile and desktop. That means anywhere you can run, either you can run on desktop or you can run on a mobile as well. That is what I have told you. And coming to the front end is nothing but it is a technology, or a technology which can be understandable by the browser. That is what we call it as a front end. Now back end is nothing but a technology which can be understandable by the servers. And a server can be anything, either it is a server can be anything. What happened? Just wait. Pawan Cook sir called in. Excuse me. Wait for a minute. Okay. So when I say about the backend technologies are used to interact with the backend. A backend can be anything like a database server, or it might be a web server that we are having. Now we are not going to deal anything with the backend. This is a session where we will be understanding, you people will understand more about what the front end, that is that Angular. And the prerequisites to learn about that Angular is going to be HTML, CSS, and basics of the JavaScript. These are very important. And another one is, give me a minute, please. And another one is, I hope like you people are from the Java background, most of the people, and few are from the .NET. This course is not designed for a specific people or a specific student. Angular is a front end, every developer can learn. If you will be in the development, especially in the web development, any web developer can learn Angular, React, Vue.js, irrespective of the backend. It doesn't mean that like you are from the Java background or .NET background. That is not required. Just keep that in mind. It is common for everyone who are from the development point of view. If you are a .NET developer, you can go and learn about Angular, React, or whatever. If you are a Java developer, you can. If you are a PHP developer, you can. If you are a Python developer, you can learn. And this course especially not designed for a specific set of people. And this is common for everybody who wants to become a web developer. That is one thing you should remember. Now, in today's session, without wasting the time, we will start with a very important, that is a environment setup. Environment setup. Now, when I say about that environment, why the environment is required? What is the need of that environment? As I told you, whenever if you want to develop a software, we write a program, right? And that program has to be converted into the mission understandable form, and then only the applications are able to run. Generally, what is meant by a software? What is the definition for the software? A software is a set of program. A program is a set of instruction. And those instructions are given to the hardware in order to run that application. Generally speaking, that is what a software. Even though when it comes to web point of view also, web applications also needs to be installed in a mission, and that mission, what we call it as a server. That is also a computer which comes with high configuration. When compared to the or coming to the normal mission, suppose let's say my system is having 12 GB or 8 GB of the RAM and 512 GB SSD if I'm having in my system. But when it comes to the server operating system, our server missions are having what 100 GB of the RAM and 2 to 3 terabyte of the hard disk space that we are having. That is only the difference, but that is also going to be a simple mission only, nothing apart from that. So every software, in order to work in a mission, first you people have to write the program and then compile the program and build the program and then run the program. Now this total process, if at all, if you want to do that, we need to have a platform, and that platform is nothing but the environment, that what we call it in the real time. And one more important thing here, this environment setup only you people will learn, here only, but in practical environment, as a developer, you need not to install a single software, but you should know how to do that, because we all are IT guys. So that is where we should know how to do that, but we never do any kind of installation without having a proper approvals. Understand? Without having a proper approval, we need not to do any kind of software installation. Just to keep that in mind, because it is not something that like we can Google it and download and install. Every IT company, they're having some terms and conditions. If they install some licensed version and if they are using it, after some period of time, they're supposed to uninstall it. If they wanted to reuse it one more time, they're supposed to purchase the license. Understand? Because nobody will do any software for the free. Any software right now, what you people are using, maybe that is going to be a non-licensed product. But once if you join in IT, in your mission, you will be getting each and everything, including operating system or Microsoft Office, that what you people have seen, and a different system or different software. Those are completely licensed one. If you can install like, non-licensed product, then sometime the companies will get audited by the softwares, and they are taking like, lakhs of rupees as the fine. Lakhs only, not even thousands. A simple scenario, when I have like around 6 to 7 years of experience at that time, I was worked for Microsoft for around 3.5 years as a vendor from Value Labs. Value Labs to Microsoft, I worked for around 3+ years. There I worked for a software, that is JAWS is the name of the software. JAWS, which is a screen reader. JAWS screen reader. And the company is Adobe company. Adobe, right? PDF. The company is Adobe at that time, but now I'm not sure. Yeah. We have some cost. It's a around like $95 per year. If it is student, 90. Home license, it is 1100. And if it is professional, and 90-day timed license. So this is the software. What this software will do is, I'm working in a project that is web accessibility initiative. In USA, there is a law that everything, every business, whatever the business it might be, is going to be equally accessed by any person, even though the person is having disability, physical disability. That is the project actually. And we got a website, and for that website, they are asking me to implement, some additional feature where blind people also can able to interact with this particular website. That is how it is going to be. So we implemented and we tested with this software. At that time, it was licensed one. And after the project is completed and I came to my Value Labs company, and there my manager asked me, Srikanth, why can't you give the training on that accessibility? Because Web Accessibility Initiative, WARF, which is good in market, but you should have at least 2 to 3 years of experience on web, then only you can understand all these things. Definitely. But this is going to be one of good start for every IT guy to know how it is. You can see that the accessible rich internet application suites defines a way to make the web content and web application more accessible to the people with disabilities. It's all about we are adding additional features to the web to make it available for the person who are having the disability, who are having some color blindness, who are having completely blind, who are having some handshaking issue. Some people are having handshaking issue. They cannot operate the mouse as well, right? For them also, we should provide some support in that application that should be accessible to them as well. We have many things to learn, but these are all you come to know once you join in IT. Then only, because in Amirpet, you can't find these courses. When I was started all over India, we have around 1,700 people are there working on this one, web accessibility. But now the count is too much. Everybody. Okay, leave about it. This software, I have given the training for the people in my team who are working for Value Lab. Everyone what they have done, for the testing purpose, they downloaded the trial version. One guy, he downloaded and he installed in his mission and he used and forgot to uninstall. And after that, he restarted his mission and again he reinstalled. Immediately, the Adobe company sent a notice to the company that you people are using software that is the licensed software, which is given only for the demo purpose, but you are using it as a commercial service. Then immediately, we have IT firm, they sent an email that no, we are not using. We have trialed, we have taken a trial and we used for 2 to 3 days and then we uninstalled. No, they sent again an email that you people are using so and so IP address, this much time the software is used. That too, the trial version. As because of this, just do let me know how many softwares are required to you. Otherwise, we'll find a case on you. How much they charge, just expect. It's 15 lakhs. 15 lakhs. And they have given 5 licenses. They have taken 15 lakhs. That is where real time, any software it might be, even if it is an Eclipse or it is Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code, any software, you don't have a permission to install in your mission. Only here you people will understand how the environment is going to be set up. Only if you are having good experience, then they can give the admin permissions to install. If it is small company, I don't know. But I'm telling you about some level of companies, level 5, level 3 and above company, they follow this standard. Now coming to this environment setup, it is required to develop, build and run the Angular applications. That means environment setup is required to develop, build and run the Angular applications. Now, in order to provide an environment, we should have following installations. So the first one is going to be, we need to have Node.js support is required. And the second one is going to be NPM, where NPM stands for Node.js package manager. That is required. Node.js package manager is required. And the third software is going to be, we should have the TypeScript is required. And the fifth one is going to be Angular CLI, where CLI stands for command line interface is required. And the last one is going to be IDE, where it stands for integrated development environment. That's it. Okay, so that means whenever if you people wants to build any application with the help of Angular, we need to have these 5 installations are must to build that Angular application. First one is what? Node.js. Second one is what? NPM, where it stands for Node.js package manager. And the third one is the TypeScript. And fourth one is Angular CLI. And the fifth one is going to be any IDE. One IDE is required. Now, what is Node.js here? What is the purpose of Node.js? So first, let us start with Node.js and what it will do. I'll just explain you. So the very first one is going to be Node.js. I can say Node.js, it is a software which can be used to execute the JavaScript. That means Node.js is a software which can be used to execute the JavaScript. Generally, JavaScript can be executed at browser. Browsers can able to execute the JavaScript. Then why should I go with the Node.js? Without taking the help of the browser, if you wanted to execute the JavaScript code, then at that time, we can go with Node.js, that what we are having. Okay, we can go with the Node.js. Node.js is what? It is a software which can be used to execute the JavaScript. Now, how we can do that one? We can install from the website, that is www.nodejs.org is the official website. We have an official website that is going to be, you can see nodejs.org is the website that we are having. You can download that particular software from here. So this is that official website that we are having. I hope 90% of the people here, they are using the Windows operating system. So directly what you can do is you can download this LTS version. Here we have 2 versions are available. You can see Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. Now here, what is mean by open source? What is mean by open source? It is available as free. Definitely. Open source means, when I say about open source is free. And the second thing is also, open source means anybody can contribute and customize this particular one based on their project requirement. That is what exactly the open source meaning. It's not only available as free, but also the complete source code is also available, and that source code you can customize based on your requirement. That is what we call it as open source. Open source means freely available. Second one is open for the developer to customize that particular one based on the requirement. Understand? That is what exactly the open source means. And what is mean by cross platform? What is mean by platform? Simple. Platform is an operating system. When I say about cross platform, it can run in any operating system. It doesn't matter that either it is Windows or Linux or Unix, it doesn't matter. Anywhere you can run that particular software. That is what we call it as a cross platform over here. And here I'll write those 2 points as well. That means Node.js, okay, Node.js is a open source, which means it is free, and also we can customize based on the project requirements. We can customize based on the project requirements, I can say. We can customize based on the project requirement. And at the same time, Node.js is an cross-platform, okay, cross-platform software, which means we can run in any operating system. That's it. When I say about open source, it is free software and ready for the customization. And the second thing is cross-platform. Cross-platform is something like which means we can run in any operating system that it might be. Clear na? So if you can observe here, okay, if you can observe here the installation, we have 2 installations are available. I mean 2 versions of the software. One version is 18 version and second version is 20 here, right? And if you can see here, it is 18.16.0. 18 is the major version, 16 is the minor version, 0 is the build version. Build versions are going to be changed very frequently. Every time, like based on the sprint planning, what they have updated, every time they change this build version, and minor versions also changed, but major versions are changed only if there is a huge difference between one version to another version. So we always taken care of major version. It doesn't matter that like what minor version it is, even in practical environment as well. But here you see, this is that LTS. LTS stands for long-term support version. That means that version is completely tested in their environment and from the user environment. That is UAT, user acceptance testing is there. There also it is working fine, and then only they released as a LTS version, long-term support, or latest stabled version. Completely the stabled version is this one. In practical environment, we are going to build that application only with this LTS version, not with this version. And the current version, whatever we are having here, this is open for UAT. UAT stands for user acceptance testing. Because once you develop the software, by using the tools, we can get the bugs fine. We can identify. That means the QA people, they do the manual testing, and they do some sort of automation testing, regression testing, black box testing, like they can do all the testing. But in that particular test phase, we are almost cover like all the issues. But the real-time issues will come only once if the people are using that application, right? Yes or no? Once if people are using that application, then only we come to know that like how that software is going to be worked. until unless like we don't have any guarantee that that is completely working fine or not. So for that reason, what they have done, they opened for UAT, which stands for user acceptance testing, and this is that particular version. Any real-time application will be built with the help of LTS. And if you wanted to go with the latest and the current one, you can download that also. Not an issue, because here we are not developing any real-time application. We are developing like, examples and sample projects. Okay. So that is the reason you can download this particular LTS version. I'll click on here. Now you see, it might take a minute. That's depend on your internet speed. Node.js. And suppose like you people are from different operating system, you can see for Mac people, you can download this one, and for any other Linux, and you can see Docker image if you wanted to get Linux PowerLE systems. So for every operating system, mostly they provided like, separate installation. You can directly download it from there. I'm using Windows operating system. So that is the reason where I have downloaded the Windows installer. And if you can open it and then just run it once, if we can click on here, it might take a minute, not more than that. Okay, anyhow, I'm having maybe the latest one. So that is where it is showing me like this. Don't need to do any like, settings while installation. Go with the flow. Go with the flow in the sense, whenever if you can open any software, Windows operating system, I hope you know. Next, accept the terms and condition, finish. That's it. Nothing apart from that, right? Any software installation is like that only. Here also, don't change anything. Don't select anything. Only accept terms and condition you can select, and remaining keep as it is all the setting, and then finally click on finish. Then it might take hardly 1 minute to complete. Now, once if it is done, that means the installation process is done. How we are going to verify it was installed in your machine or not? So for that, what you can do is open the command prompt. Okay, open your command prompt. Open the command prompt. Open the command prompt, and here what you can do is just give node space -v. Node space -v. -v stands for version. Now here you can see when I try to open nodejs.org, what is the latest version we are having here? 18.16.0 is the version. Now in my mission, am I having the same version or not? See there, 18.16.0. So that is the reason where already you have like, the latest version which is installed. Then why you are trying to reinstall it? That is the question it is asking me. But in your mission, if you have like any previous versions which are installed, then if you try to install this one, then automatically it will provide you the options to install that particular software. Clear? It's very simple one. And why it is required? As I told you, it is used to, what is the purpose of it? Node.js is a software which can be used to execute the JavaScript, Srikanth, so many days like we use JavaScript and jQuery. Without using Node.js, we are able to execute. But why all of a sudden Node.js is required for us? Definitely, that is also a good question. Because in previous days, we are going to deal with the JavaScript with very minimal. But nowadays, most of like, the logical operations are happened at the front end. And in that particular place, what happen, if I'm going to use, let's say 100 JavaScript files that are going to be executed on the browser, then browser will take more time or not to processing it. Yes or no? Suppose let's say I have 50 JavaScript files I have used in order to perform like different action. If all these 50 JavaScript file, if I'm executing with the help of the browser, definitely browser will get shut down. Because browsers are completely lightweight engines. Browser engines are completely lightweight engines. So that is the reason we are providing the additional support to execute the JavaScript. That is the reason where we go with Node.js. And Node.js can execute any JavaScript. Keep it in mind. That means it can be used here as an Angular development, and the same Node.js can be used in the React also. Same Node.js can be used in the Vue.js also. Anywhere you go, if there is a JavaScript, huge number of files if you can have, always it's better to go with Node.js, because Node.js is a software which can be used to execute the JavaScript, which will reduce the burden on the browser, so that we will be getting more performance when compared with executing purely on the browser. That is only the reason where we have the Node.js. That means after installation, to verify the version, we use a command. That is what command we used here? Node-v, I can say, where v stands for what? Version that what I am using. That's it. After installation, to verify the version of the JavaScript, version of the Node.js, we use a command that is node-v, where v stands for, okay, v stands for the version that we are having. Okay, clear about this, how to install? It's simple software, just download, install, and after that verify the version which has installed by open the command prompt, simply node-v. This is the first software. And what is the second one we are having? Don't need to worry, just you can take a kind of point. All the notes I will share you once the Google Classroom is ready. Okay, maybe like after these demos, they will create the Google Classroom link. From the day 1 till the day end, you people will get the complete notes. Okay, that is where I'm not giving more time to write it down. Don't take it bad, because I already told you the day 1 itself, I'm very much boring person to give you more theory. Okay, we will start practical examples once if this environment is done. Because we are not going to the colleges and schools to teach something. We all are wants to do an IT job. There we don't have any kind of theory. It is not required. Theory is required only. It's a kind of gate pass. Just you can go there, attend that interview. And nowadays the interviews mostly happen in practical only, not the theoretical. They will ask you the questions nowadays, you know how? Okay, where you use the constructor. Nobody is asking what is a constructor. What is a constructor means we have around 2 pages of theory. But where we use the constructor means we don't have one example, proper example. Seriously. Interviews like that only. It's all about practical. That is where I'm not giving more time for you to note it down. Just write down what is important. What you feel important, you can write down. That's it. No need to write like completely after installation, comma. Okay. All those things are not required. I'll give you the total notes. Don't worry. Now this is what the Node.js, and what is the second software we are having? NPM. Now what is NPM? NPM stands for NPM. So it stands for Node.js Package Manager. Now what is mean by package manager here? It contains all the client side packages that are used to build the applications, that are used to build the applications. That means, let's say like why it is going to be that much important, I'll tell you, but we need not to install anything for this one, because once you install the Node.js, automatically NPM is also going to be installed. You can find here that point. If you can go to here, you see whenever I install the Node.js, now you can see it includes that NPM or not. See there. It includes that NPM or not. That means you need not to install separately, but what an NPM will contain, I can show you. The official website for that NPM is npmjs.com is that official website. npmjs. Now what it will contain? What it will contain, you know, it contain the packages. That means, let's say I wanted to use the Bootstrap, then simply I can type it here, then it will provide all the Bootstrap related packages to me. I hope you people know about Maven. Anyone? Maven? No? No idea? Any .NET developer know about Nugget Package Manager? NuGet. NuGet Package Manager. What they will do is, generally Bootstrap is a third party tool, because we all are developing that Angular application. Angular is the product of what? Google company. If I wanted to use the Bootstrap in Angular, Bootstrap is the company which was implemented. I mean, Bootstrap was implemented by the company that is Twitter. Twitter company implemented the Bootstrap. Who invented React? Do you know? Angular was implemented and developed by the Google, Bootstrap by the Twitter, React is by the Facebook. Seriously, we know that these three are the social media platforms, but they have their own development also. They have their own platforms also. Own platform. React was completely done and developed by the Facebook. Okay, leave about it. Now, if I want to download the Bootstrap, generally like what I can do, I'll go with getbootstrap.com, and there I can find, you know, different ways where I can download the Bootstrap, and all I can do. That is one scenario. Okay, fine. Today I need the Bootstrap. Okay, fine. Suppose I just need the TypeScript package. Then what I can do, I'll go with the TypeScript official website, and there I can download the TypeScript file. Suppose I just need like a React software, or else let's say React.js package. Then what I can do, I'll go to the React and then I can download it from here. So for every package that is required for you to build, if I go to that official website, then we need to remember all these URLs, right? Yes or no? Instead of doing that, if I maintain all these packages at one place, then that would be definitely helpful for a developer to download anything, whatever they require, right? That means suppose I just wanted to require a jQuery that needs to be integrated in my Angular. Then what I can do, if I try to open the jQuery official website, you can see I can download that particular package. You can see we have download jQuery is there. I can download and I can use it. That's fine for me. But if I use like, you know, around 100 third-party libraries, if I download from there, that means from the official website, if I go and if I download it from there, then we need to maintain a register which version is downloaded. Otherwise, if another person is downloaded another version, then we are able to get version conflict issues. Understand? Suppose I am developer 1, I downloaded like, you know, let's say jQuery 3.7 version, and I'm working with that particular version. Developer 2 is also working on the same project. Suppose if he installed 2.0 version, at the time of merging both the code, then definitely there would be a chance of getting what? Version conflict issues. So that is the reason where we need to maintain, we have to maintain a registry that which product, or which package, which library we downloaded and which version we have used. Each and everything needs to be maintained and tracked. For that reason, what we are doing, instead of downloading each and every package or library from that official website, what we are going to do, we'll be using NPM. Now, what is an NPM? NPM is a Node.js package manager which contains all the client-side libraries. Any client-side library that you people are required, any client-side library that you people are required, you can download directly from here. Suppose, let's say you guys need TypeScript. Now you can see when I say about the TypeScript and click on OK, now it gives you a command npm I TypeScript. Now npm stands for Node.js package manager. From the package manager, I stands for install. I'm going to install what package right now here? TypeScript. In the same way, suppose let's say I'll be going with the React.js. When I try to open the React.js, now you can see we have a command for that one. Just a minute. You can see npm I React.js. Suppose I just wanted to install, maybe let's say Angular CLI. When I click on OK, now you can see we have that software npm I @Angular/CLI is the command. If I wanted to go with, let's say, jQuery only, as you said, there you can see npm install jQuery, that what we are having. You can see that. So that means all the packages are available in one single location, and that location, what we call it as npm. npm stands for Node.js package manager. It is a kind of repository. A repository. Repository is something like I can compare with your Google Drive. You may compare with your Google Drive. In your Google Drive, you can have everything, right? Suppose let's say you have your mobile and you have taken like many photos. Suppose once if the photos are there in the local mission or else in local mobile, and if you lost your mobile, you lost complete data. Definitely. But instead of doing that, if you upload all the photos in your Google Drive, you can get like your data once you get the new mobile, right? Yes or no? That is the advantage with the cloud. And the same thing in technical environment, we call it as package manager, where we are maintaining all the package information over here. Same thing in Java, you people are having Maven. Maven package manager is available. If you are a .NET developer, you are having official Nugget package manager, NuGet package manager. I can show you. Maven repository. This is the repository. Mostly Java people, they are using here to download like any third-party packages. And if you are a .NET developer, you can go with Nugget. NuGet. Any package if you want to download, there you can download it from here. If you are a .NET developer, or if you are a Java, Maven, if you are an Angular or else front-end developer, they are using npm. These three are the most popular repositories that we are having, where they maintain all the packages. Because I don't have much idea about the Java. Coming to the .NET, we have around, I guess 6 lakh libraries are there, which are created by the Microsoft, 6 lakhs. So having like all those 6 lakhs in your mission means it is not possible, obviously, right? Whenever if it is required, then only we can get. For that reason, they maintained all the packages to here. Definitely. So these are the packages that what we are having. You see, it's around 3,32,963 packages are there. Okay, right now, maybe it is, I'm not sure. Maybe like if you can take the license over here, then you will get more packages also. In my company, we have like the licensed Nugget, where I'm able to see around 6 lakh libraries are there. Might be because of the pricing. And NPM is also not free generally. If you can go to the pro version, you can see. When I go with the pro, you can see blocks, price. Okay, pricing is here only. You can see pricing is going to be, if it is individual creator, the pricing is $7 per month. And if it is going to be the teams and organization, it's $7, unlimited packages, public packages, unlimited private and team-based permissions. Like that we have. Every software is not free, but as an individual, we are using it free. But in practical, we have a license for everything. Like that, Nugget and Maven both are having some license. I don't know like why they are not explaining this, but every software is licensed one, mostly licensed one. If you can get like with some, but it is not required for you. Just I'm telling you. Okay, leave about it. Now this is all about an NPM. That means it contains all the client side packages that are used to build the application. And NPM is not only limited for like, the Angular development. You can use it in React, Vue.js, Knockout.js, anywhere you can use in order to download. Because NPM is having all the packages, and we can get those by using a command. We can get that by using a command. Understand? NPM is having all the packages and we can get those by using the command. And you can get that commands from their official. And the next one is going to be, we need not to install the softwares, or else NPM is not required any special installation. Rather we can install it, okay, by default, or else like rather it can be installed automatically when we installed Node.js. That means once if the Node.js is installed in your mission, then automatically NPM will also get installed. You need not to do any separate installation. And to verify the version, we use a command that is what? npm-v. Now what I can do, I'll open my command prompt, and in the command prompt, earlier I have used a command what? Node-v, which gives you which version of the Node.js was installed. Now what I am trying to do, I'll go with npm-v. It shows you what version I have installed in my mission. Now what is the version we are having here? You can see it's 9.5.1, but maybe I'm having the two version 9.6.5. maybe I have updated. I will show you like how it get updated also later. But you see, once you install this, then the compatible NPM version is also going to be installed. You need not to do anything. This is how it is going to be. npm-v, where V stands for what? Version. Okay. So the first one is going to be Node.js and the second one is going to be NPM. To verify the version, we use npm-v, and the official website is going to be npmjs.com. The official website is going to be this one. So official website is going to be this one. Why I'm giving this official means, if you wanted to learn something more about it, we have the documentation support, and there you can go. NPM is the world's largest software registry. Open source developers from every continent use that NPM to share and borrow the packages. And many organizations use that NPM to manage the private development. Private development in the sense, suppose let's say in my company, we have around 60 plus projects that are running right now. All are web applications only. At that time, suppose let's say I developed something, some functionality, which is generic functionality. Let's say I worked on a maybe payment gateway integration, and that payment gateway is required for all the 60 websites. Okay, 60 are different project, but payment gateway is the common functionality. So that what I can do, I can keep it in my private repository. That means my company is having its own repository. I can keep everything on that repository so that other projects can directly download that functionality and they can integrate to their application. That is what we call it as private repository. To maintain that, also we use what? NPM. NPM consists in 3 distinct components. One is website. You can directly open the website. And second one is what? Command line interface. These 2 are free. And the third one is the registry. This requires the license. We need to have some pro license, then only we can get. Like that, if you people wants to learn something more about the NPM or Node.js, then you can go to that official website, and there we have the documentation. What exactly this one, what Node will do, what ES6 will do. If you wanted to know, just go to that website. There you can read some content. If you have really time, there you can learn somewhat more content, whatever I have given apart from that. Okay, so these are the 2 softwares that are required, and apart from that one, we have remaining TypeScript, Angular CLI, and the third one is the IDE, that is Visual Studio that I can use. And about these 3, I'll take a session tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow we will understand how do we install these 3 softwares or else these 3 packages and software, and then we will start directly the TypeScript programming, maybe day after tomorrow onwards. Okay, if you have any question, maybe we can have a session on Thursday or else maybe on Saturday. Okay, you can just any questions if you can have. Saturday I'm completely free, so you can come and you can ask me any question, not an issue. These 2 days like Monday and Tuesday, as I told you, we will be having session till 10 o'clock only. Today it's already 10:10, so I'm leaving. But the remaining 4 days we will be having 10:30 as the session. Okay, that's it. Thank you and have a nice day.